Okay, here we go, man. Division Four Super Bowl. Coach Fortin, Coach Cook, what's going on? Division Four was a very interesting division this season, all season long. I said it was going to be a pretty, I called it spicy, but what's going on, guys?
What's going on? How you doing, Mike?
Yeah, thanks
You
for
know,
having us.
oh, it's all good. It's all good. A lot of people said, I said, come on, and you can ask the coach a question. First time in a Super Bowl for Coach Fortin. First time a 6 seed gets to the Super Bowl. The two best teams in Division Four right now. How do you feel, Coach Fortin?
I'm excited for the opportunity. Again, it's never been done for a 6 seed, so we're pretty excited about it. The school's doing some stuff for the send off. The parents are doing some stuff, so I think the kids are gonna really get a great experience of the day of the Super Bowl.
Now, Coach Cook, your kids are some of them experienced this all already, right? These big time games. Are you gonna? How do you feel going into this game, being undefeated this season? Putting God knows how many points up on everybody. Well, almost everybody. How do you feel going into a big game?
We feel good. Trying to downplay the game a little bit for the kids. Last year, I think we were a little bit tight going in, and that was probably a lot of my fault. At practice, and we were tight. So this year we're loose. Everyone's excited to play, just like EWG. Our whole school's backing us, and they're ready to go too. Should be a great game.
EWG, I thought was going to get a fan bus. Did you guys get a fan bus? Because
They got a
I know
fan
the
bus,
excitement was hot at EWG, man. The excitement really, because they haven't experienced this in a long time.
Yeah, no, we got a fan bus. There's a couple things. There's an email that was sent out of what's going on. I haven't read it yet, but I heard something about fire trucks and I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be hot. They're bringing fire trucks, Coach Cook. You got an ambulance? Do you got an ambulance that you could bring?
Yeah, either that or to put out our fire.
I know you got a few ambulances around your school. What do you guys have? A pathways program, right? For EMT, is it?
Yep. We have one for EMT. There's probably there's a ton of different pathway programs that Ponnaganset has. But the EMT, yeah, it's incredible. There's actually ambulance right in the classroom, working ambulance. It's incredible what they did up there at Ponnaganset.
So if you get a splinter in your finger, you can go to the ambulance instead of going to the nurse.
I run right there.
So, Coach Fortin, this your first time playing in Cranston Stadium, or have you played there before?
I played there before. I coached there before. I'm not that I'm used to going there, but I've been there a couple of times. But nothing like this as a head coach. So just what I'm planning on doing is embracing the experience and taking it all in.
It's going to be a very interesting game. Emerson Kilgore told me the other day that last season, I think it was, he ref two of your games, and he said them were two of the best games that he officiated and he's seen.
Yeah, he did. He did say that, and that's a compliment coming from him. But I think both of our teams, we at least play hard. And we'll see the outcome of it. Up front, I don't know how good we are. Cliff keeps telling me he's going to bully us, but we'll see.
He's going to be the bully. It's the underdog coming, the big bully. We
already know who the bully is. We ain't going to talk about that, but,
Coach Cook, you're known as a bully. I've been telling your brother Michael that he's going to bring his trophy to holiday dinner this season, and
that could be the only trophy.
If you don't have a trophy to bring home, it might be pretty tough to go to that on dinner.
Yeah, I won't show.
You said it'll be a no-show.
That's awesome.
I mean, this is gonna be a great game. You guys kind of kicked it off right away coming in when Coach Fortin came into the league. Coach Fortin, How bad are you going to beat Ponnaganset?
Excuse me.
We're just gonna play, and we're gonna hope that we get a win, just like Ponnaganset's gonna play and hope they get a win. I'm hoping we give the fans, a great game. Last year we had two outstanding games, two of the best games in the state. This year, not so much. The first quarter was good. Second quarter was okay. Ponnaganset's strong this year. Anybody who knows anything about football, knows what Ponnaganset brings to the table. We just have to hold our own and let's play some physical football. We know they're going to be physical, so we have to play our best game of the season. We have to bring our A game because we know we're going to get their A game.
Yeah, definitely. And Coach Cook, some of your kids, Marcus Carpenter, Bacala, you got some good running backs. You got the Brandon kid, and you got some young kids coming up.
Yes.
So are you gonna let us know what you're gonna run?
Actually, last night or the night before, Cliff and I were talking about it. His wife was yelling at me. My wife's yelling at him. It was actually it was funny, but yeah, like Coach said, everyone knows what we bring, what we're gonna do, and
Just gotta
that's
stop
that.
you. Just gotta stop them.
Yeah, we
Coach.
always have competitive games, and I'll be honest, if how we practice the last like 3 or 4 days is indication of how the game's gonna go, we might be in for a really long night or
Oh
day.
no. Oh no. You know what that reminded me of? Blake Simpson tells me the week going into his game. He says, I said, hi. He said, if we were talking about the Friday night Super Bowl, and he said, if my team plays anyway, the way they practice, we ain't gonna have to worry about a Super Bowl, and yeah. So hopefully you guys can practice a little better. And Coach Fortin's like, all right, guys, keep practicing the way you're practicing. How are your guys practicing, Coach?
We haven't practiced all week. We had to cancel practice all week.
Is everything good? I mean, is it
No,
is?
no, I'm only kidding. I was only kidding. Something. To be honest, my kids are relaxed. I think I'm more nervous than they are. They're out there loose, just practicing, having some good practicing, staying focused. I'm a little shocked to see that. I figured some of them will be a little uptight, a little nervous, but they're structured where each day is one's an offensive day, a defensive day, special teams, and it's just another practice. So hopefully we can continue that process and see how that plays out.
If anybody has any questions for him, just put them in the comment box, and I'm sure they'll be glad to ask them. As long as they're legitimate and clean, they got to be clean. You know what I mean? Ponnaganset rules. EWG, we can get away with some questions, but we can't go that way with Ponnaganset.
No, no,
We
we
don't
take
want.
enough heat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're not kidding. Speaking of heat, how much heat was it on some of them games? That Tiverton game was a big game. You had some big games early on, and I know up in Wesley a couple years ago when Coach Miranda was doing it with Tristan Toronto, like he was taking a lot of heat. Even the games that you win big, and you're like, why is everybody miserable this morning? We won big last night. Did you take a lot of heat for some of them games?
Are you talking
Like the
within my?
scores.
Oh,
Yeah,
with the scores?
with it, I'm sure your AD got some phone calls, but did people say, Coach Cook, are you running up the score?
Yeah, everyone did, and we had to sit down and we went through film, and once my administration, everyone saw that we had our freshman team in third quarter. It is what it is.
Nice,
So it
man.
it, it stopped.
Yeah, and then Coach Fortin, you had, you know, how about your side?
Yeah, we didn't blow anybody out. Well, we did.
No, I know you didn't blow anybody out, but how was the how was the school in the beginning of your season compared to how it is now?
Night and day. We first came out our first game. We had a lot of people there. I think a lot of people were interested to see what would happen in the first game in my third year, and we won pretty easily our first home game. And then we struggled a little bit, and it kind of reverted back to, well, what are they really going to be like? They lost 12 seniors. Maybe they're not going to be able to be competitive. Although even though we lost some of the games, we were pretty competitive. And then we started getting better. We started believing in ourselves, and the loss after Ponnaganset, it kind of clicked a little bit, and then it just started rolling. So now the excitement, it's crazy. I go to the school, and there's teachers, there's other students, hey, good luck, coach, and all that. And I've never seen that before at that school. So it's night and day, and I'm great. It's great to see it, especially, in EWG. It hasn't been like that in a while, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, you're right. And we just got a comment. Excited to watch all four teams this weekend in two state title games. Lots of great kids to recruit. Oh, it's a recruiter. Wonder who that could be. Good luck to Pono, EWG, Central, and NK. Rhode Island can ball. Rhode Island can ball. I think we're really starting to show that, between all four divisions. There's some really, really good football players in every division.
Yeah, I believe that there's some good talent here in Rhode Island, and there's one good recruiter that I really know. I know all the games. Ryan McCormick.
Who could that be? Ryan McCormick. I don't recognize that name. Oh, the one that
no one in Rhode Island does.
the one building a champion team. Shout out to him, man. Like, he put together a great team
with a ton of Rhode Island kids.
25 Rhode Island kids. I don't think there's another NCAA school that has that many kids. And I was really surprised not even to see an article on the championship. You got the Cumberland kid that gets great accolades this that gets great accolades, and I didn't hear anything in the local news except for ESPN covered it. So salute to ESPN. You have guys, Coach Fortin, that are being recruited?
I have a few guys that are being recruited. Hunter Mumford, the Hawes brothers, Tyler Coates, Adam, Hunter Adams. So it's good to see. It's continuous. For the past couple of years, we've had 2 or 3 kids get recruited. So I'm excited to see that continue.
Here's what I was looking for right here. It actually has Rookie of the Year. Dante Al Santos, was played in Cumberland. Kobe Stockwell, you probably played against him, Coach Cook, on Thanksgiving. One of Coach Ferraro's guys up there in Barber.
Yep,
Let me
big
get
tackle,
this.
yep.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Ferraro always coaching some great kids. Shout out to Coach Ferraro and everything he does. Let me see. I know there was a couple other Rhode Island guys up here. I just got to get this out of here. 1 second. JP Mason, second team defense. Josh Lassert. I can't say enough about Josh. But there's so many Rhode Island kids. Not only that didn't get these on, but there's so many Rhode Island kids on that roster. Shine Fernandez. Some of the kids in Rhode Island at the top of their game. Coach Cook would beat an EWG early in the season, 28-0. I thought your Thanksgiving Day game with Burrillville would be a real challenge and make a big statement as to how strong your team really is. But the score of that game didn't seem as you were up for the challenge. Why?
Ooh.
Do you want me to answer it?
Yep.
Answer it.
Because our championship game is played after Thanksgiving. If the season wasn't extended, we would have prepared for Burrillville. We would have played our starters in the Burrillville game. The score was crazy, but our JV and freshman team that went in, they did an unbelievable job. They actually moved the ball a little bit too on Burrillville. So, I'm proud of what those guys did. And if our season wasn't extended, we would have prepared for them. We're all EWG.
Coach Fortin, you want to bounce anything off that?
Yeah, I knew, Coach Cook and I I actually reached out to Coach Cook to ask him for advice. What are you doing? I asked a lot of coaches what to do.
Who didn't you reach out to?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Listen,
I'm playing my hand now. I'm letting you know who I talked to.
Now I asked everybody because I was never as a head coach. I'm never in this predicament. And one thing I can say, about Coach Cook, him and I became friends for the past couple of years. Even though we're playing one another, he gave me his perspective of what he was going to do, and a lot of other coaches did as well. So I took advice of a lot of coaches. I took the advice of Coach Cook, and we did the same exact thing. I played my starters for a little bit, and then I got all my young kids in, and every single one of my kids played, and it was great. It was great to see. They had so much fun, and I had grandparents and parents, after the game going, I can't believe I was able to see my grandkid or my kid play football on Thanksgiving. Thank you, coach. So it was well worth doing that.
Absolutely. Our younger kids had the most fun they've ever had at a game. Their parents were screaming out onto the field if they missed a tackle. Again, our freshmen versus their varsity. If they missed a tackle, and everyone was it was actually a great experience for our younger kids. Oh, hey, babe. I just saw it. Hi, man.
Yep. Did we lose Mike?
Oh, did we?
I don't know.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I had to press the mute button for a second, and you guys both kind of got a little bit criticized for kind of having thoughts about not playing that Thanksgiving day game, right?
We
Yeah.
got some blowback, but
Mhm.
something. It's we have to do what's best for our program. So I know there's some other coaches out there who are like, oh, you should play your starters, and I can basically say it's easier said than done until you're in our predicament. You can't make that assumption. I knew what I needed to do, what was best for my program. I know Coach Cook had to do the same thing. So, we're able to play next week. So the guys who criticized us, they can watch us.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Another comment here. It's going to be an honor to play against Pano. Coach Cook is a class act and has a hell of a team. It's going to take everything we got on Saturday. And the last time you guys played each other,
Thank you, Coach.
Stanton wasn't playing. Coach Stanton's son, which has been a really really tough piece on the field. What are you going to say about that, Cook?
What number?
Oh, he
44.
goes by numbers. 44. Shouldn't have told
Oh,
him.
44. 44 was actually very good last year till he gave us issues. So he's even better this year. We have to
And
take care of business. He's a good player. I look forward to watching him play. He's only is he a sophomore now? He's young, right?
Yeah, he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. So I look forward to watching him play in the future. He's a great player.
your daughter, Coach Cook, said, "Hi, Dad." And
Hey, babe.
Coach Fortin's wife is on here saying to be nice.
He can't.
Uh,
To tell you to be nice.
yeah. And then that's my father-in-law, says Jordan Lee.
What's up, bud? Not yet.
So that's he's almost your son-in-law.
No, I don't even think that. Not even close.
He said not even close, man.
He's got a
I'm
test to
only kidding,
pass.
Jordan. You're our guy.
You guys both have good staffs. Adam, I know he's not on your staff, but he seems like a hell of a hype guy, and I know where he gets it from. I don't know if you've seen the clips of Najee Barrows during the Thanksgiving Day game in Westerly, but this guy brought a 9-foot teddy bear to the game, and Adam seems like
Crazy.
he's just as crazy as Najee is.
Yeah, Nige. I actually coached Nige at Central, years and years ago. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I did coach him. He's always been passionate. I think actually the whole Barrows family might all be the same.
Yeah, Najee he was like, I never seen an assistant coach step on the field and the crowd just goes crazy. I was a little kind of taken back by it because that usually don't happen. There's when's a coach ever step on the field in a high school game that the crowd just reacts to it, and
I could see that happening. Yeah.
and he's a great line coach. And Coach Dunbar goes in and say it's not just the hype. I know everybody sees all the hype and they like that, but he does so much for the line. So salute to Najee Barrows and what he's doing, and
Yep.
salute to all the great coaches and all the assistant coaches, young coaches, a lot of good young coaches coming up. Do either you guys have young coaches maybe that are coming up from your teams or your programs that are going to stick around next season? Or
I got I got some young coaches on my staff now. Stevie's a 1 year coach. I got Stanton. He's been with me for a couple of years. Hayden's been with me for a few years. Roberts is this is his first year with me as the head as an assistant coach. Ty his first year coaching. So I got a young staff now. I got a couple of coaches that have reached out to me, to help coach next year. Some of them are new; they'll be first year coaches. So that's what I got going. It was great to see my young coaches grow this year and be a big part of where we are right now.
how about
And
you,
Coach
Coach?
Senior, I got Coach Senior too, but he's been around for a while.
Coach Cook, on. Do you have some young coaches that are coming up?
Um, yeah, we do. I'm sure my brother's going to be coming up. Um, my cousin Arthur also. He also coaches youth football, CLCF, and him and I coached high school together years and years ago. So he'll be coming. We have a couple kids on the team that want to coach, and they're going to be great coaches when they're done playing. Other than that, our staff, we've all been to the staff we have. We've been together since probably 2014, so kind of makes things easier.
So
And hey, Mike.
bringing your brother on, is that strategic? So you'd rather have him on your side than playing against him.
Oh yeah, I already told you he'll beat me.
He said he'll beat me. Arthur Jordan said thumbs up. So yeah, and you're most likely going to go down to Division 3 after this. So you're going to need some good quality coaches because the competition's going to be just as good. You graduate, well, at least a dozen this season, right?
Yeah, 12 kids, and the kids that were graduating, man. My first year was 4 years ago, and all those kids that were there, that are playing now, they were actually starting for us or getting a ton of reps as freshmen my first year. So this whole group has been playing their freshman year, junior year, sophomore year, all the way up through. So we're losing, a hell of a team, and it's definitely going to be tough to replace them. So you can keep all my brother at home. Send all your players.
There you go. He said, "Send your players."
No, but isn't it funny? Cliff, this is my fourth year, and this is Cliff's third year, and you're kind of the new head coaches, and we're both in the Super Bowl this year, so
You only
should be fun.
you only been there for 4 seasons, huh? It seems like
This is my fourth year.
nice. Coach Fulton dropped off. He'll end up getting back on. I kind of heard it in his phone. It gets crackly. You know, get a good charger. Or get a good phone plan. But wow, it's only 4 years. Yeah, 3 years. And I told him when he took over EWG, I think I reached. They were like the sixth worst team in the nation.
Yeah,
And it's pretty bad. And he said, "You always remind me of that." And I said, "Well, it's not you. It's like you took it over at that point." But
yes, yeah.
you know,
Ponnaganset was the same. I think we were our first year. I think if there's 44 teams in the state, I'm not really sure how many there are, 44, 45. I think we were the 44th team, and we were everyone's homecoming game.
yeah, exactly. And Coach Fulton, if there's 44 teams, he was like 45.
I was like in the
And a
50s, man.
half.
It was
I
crazy.
was just telling him you were the sixth worst team in the nation.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
was getting when Mikey was telling me that I was getting in my feelings, and it wasn't even my fault. I didn't like that.
he said, "Hey, well, it takes time." I was like, "Dude, relax, man. He wasn't even the coach then." But they had some great coaches at EWG. Mark Messier when he was it. They won a championship. I think the Owls, right?
Yeah.
back in the day. Liam Cohen's father, I think, was the athletic director there for a little while. Shout out to Liam, man, up there at the University of Kentucky. You know, we got a lot of good Rhode Island
Jimmy and
football.
Brad White.
Yeah, there's two Rhode Island guys over there.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
Brad went to Hendricken.
so gonna be a big game, man. Coach Fortin, what do you
Yep.
think going into this, man? You know, how do both coaches feel about? Hang on, let me get this comment. How do both coaches feel about accepting or deferring the opening kickoff? Great question. The early lead versus getting the ball in the second half.
We always, go ahead, Coach. We can go.
God, you got more experience, God.
Hey,
He's
it's
got
because
a
I'm older.
year on you. A year.
Yeah, I'm
He's
older. I'm older. That's what
4-year
he's saying.
coach.
So what we always take the ball, especially we have a pretty good defense this year. So we'll take the ball and that's that. See if we can score early.
Coach Fortin.
Nice. I'm gonna leave it up to my seniors. They've been part of the program that wasn't that great to where it is now. They've been a big part of it, so it's gonna be on them. So they'll figure it out. They'll let me know what they're gonna do.
4-year quarterback. You know, can't say. Ask Coach Fortin about running the ball against the defense in practice, and there's a kind of big emoji face.
It's easy to it's difficult to try to replicate Coach defense. It's really difficult to do because he's got such a good defense. So we do our best with it. We don't practice with 11 guys on defense. We try to put 12, 13, 14 to make it seem like it's Ponnaganset defense. So that's how we try to do it. And hopefully we'll find out Saturday if it pays off.
It's funny when we're on defense, getting ready for this game here, because of the new counter stuff and everything that Coach Fortin's running. We have every single person that could touch the ball with a football in their hand, and we have to tackle every single one of them.
What does this say about your scout teams, Coach Cook? I'll let you go first. How important scout teams never get enough recognition. They never get no glory. They sit there on the sideline. They don't even get into the game. How important is your scout team preparing for a game like this, or any game for that matter?
I was just going to say any game, and all our younger kids know that they're a huge part of the success that Ponnaganset has had, not just this year, but throughout the years since we've been there. If it wasn't for them, there's no way we would be undefeated. There's no way we'd be in this game right now, and they all know that, and we make sure and tell them that every single night after practice, because they do an unbelievable job. Coach Montella runs our scout team, and to run the scout team is probably one of the toughest jobs to do. A scout offense, and he does a great job at it, and so do our kids.
No, yeah, it's not easy. I actually seen some coaches use different things like having a scout captain, just to give them kids also a little bit of motivation, give them a title, because they're gonna step up one day and definitely end up being the starters on the field. Coach
We actually did that in the past. This year we didn't do we actually don't really have any captains this year. So this year we said basically we have a bunch of kids that have been playing together now for 4 years, and our entire team's our captain. So all of you police each other, all of you step up, and all of you do the right thing in the classroom and on the field.
That's like the Patriot way, man. I don't know. Damn. Coach Fortin, man, what do you say about your scout kids?
They're just as important as the starters. Without them, you can't do anything. So we preach you're only good as your backups. You're only good as your scout opponents. If they're not giving it, giving your starters, and if they're not competing, so we tell our guys, you're not just only out there to be a scout. You're also out there showing that you're getting better throughout the year. And we had a couple of scout kids who end up, becoming starters on the varsity level at some point, whether it was offense, defense, or special teams. So we can see how they prepare, how they get better throughout the year, and how they compete against starters. So we make it just as a priority as much as we do with our starters.
Somebody raised a question about when you're coaching young quarterbacks, when do you start letting them, check off, and just because you see a lot of kids just eye on, throw it to Joey or throw it to this guy. But when is it appropriate to start teaching your quarterbacks to look at other reads?
We stop. Oh, go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry.
We practice it. My quarterback. You have to read the defense. If you can't read the defense, you can't be a quarterback. It's just that simple. I can't tell you where to throw the ball because, any defense is going to change. You may look like you're in cover 3. Next thing you know, you're in man coverage. You might roll a linebacker over. So you have to be able to understand what a defense is. And when you're taking a snap, as long as we prepare you correctly, as long as, you're looking at the playbook, you're looking at the opponents, that's how I gauge it. And I'm fortunate enough to have 3 quarterbacks right now.
Yeah, you are. You came into the season with 3 quarterbacks, right?
I came in with 4, and then one moved to split end. So right now we're at 3.
It says he was just saying how this is your player, right, Coach Cook?
Yeah, he is.
Mackie?
Just so. Yeah, he's actually our center. He also plays on D-line for us. Just so you know, he has a mullet. So whatever he says, just think of the mullet.
No, it's all good. He was just saying how Coach Cook is the Bill Belichick of high school football. That's a pretty big title to carry, Coach Cook.
Like I said, he has a mullet. He's my man. He's a great kid.
He said a pretty sweet one too.
He's not lying.
I think we're gonna have to give him the $25 Cash App drop. So definitely, I'll hook you up. But Coach Fortin, Coach Cook, man, I think this been great. It was actually kind of fun. Did I leave anything out? Oh, and the Cowboys. Here we go.
Oh yeah, he wears his cowboy boots and the mullet. Yes.
Coach Fortin had a guy. He looks like a guy. He had a player last season that had cowboy boots on, and I used to have the picture up there for so long.
Yeah, that was Kildare. Yeah, he was a special character. That's all I want to say.
Your school must be pretty excited, Coach Cook. You're trying to, you're trying to get that Super Bowl, man. How is the excitement at your school?
Oh yeah, everyone's excited. The team's excited. All the families are excited. We're ready to go. We just hope we play a little bit better than we've been practicing because we're a better team than what we've been doing on the field right now practicing.
Yeah, you're only as good as you practice, I guess. You got to put it on the field and do what you got to do. Score predictions. LOL. Any score predictions from it? I mean, I know neither one of you guys are going to give a score prediction, but someone in the audience, give your score predictions, man.
I'll take 2-0.
He said 2-0, man.
I'll take it. I'm in.
He said he's in for 2-0, right? Yeah, we have squares that we're selling. Congratulations to both teams.
I got a score for you. You want to hear a good score? Overtime. Let's go.
There you go. Double overtime.
Nope.
Let's drive the league. Let's drive the league crazy. Triple overtime.
Yeah, those days are over.
Let's go.
Congratulations. Look, congratulations to both teams on an awesome season. This is more like an assistant coach, not only Coach Fortin's wife, always helping him out, telling him the other day, you got to stop the run. You got to do this, right, Coach?
Oh, that's my wife up there. Yeah, she, I tell you, she loves the games. She was teasing Coach Cook last night. My wife is really into it. Like Coach Cook, I see sometimes his wife goes to some of the games too, even when he's scouting, which is great because anybody who's a head coach or a coach, um, we know they know what it takes, but you got to have that strong home front. And I can't say enough of what I got. And all this doesn't happen without her. She does a great job.
She said no
She helps me
overtime.
out.
She
She
can't handle. Said she
puts a
can't
rock and roll.
handle. Said she can't handle the overtime.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely. I'm
something?
with her.
Well, I say that all the time, but I had triple overtime against PCD. It's crazy. I'll tell you, it's a roller coaster. It took me a few days to recover. I always joke with Coach Cook. I would love to have overtime with him, but um, it, you know, it takes a beating on your heart. But I would love to do that again. And my kids are ready to play. I know his kids are ready to play. We want to get out there. They want to get out there, and we want this to be the best Super Bowl ever. That's the goal on both teams.
Coach Stanton said it took. What did he say? It took 3 years. Here it is. It took 3 years off his life. The last overtime.
Yeah, it was crazy. Great game. Yeah, we played Ponnaganset in overtime.
Thank
I
you.
think last year during the COVID year, and that I thought that took a lot out. I didn't think I'd get back into that type of a game. The playoff game, we almost went to overtime last year, but this triple overtime was a lot different, and it's great. It's great when you come out winning. So
Well, you
we'll
guys
take
beat
it.
what, the number 2 team, the number 5 seed. You guys are on. You
Yeah,
guys
so
are on a roll, playing well.
so with a 6 seed, we had to go on the road to beat I think what was Smithfield, the 3 seed, and then we had to go on the road to beat a 2 seed. We took the hard road. We didn't want to go easy. But Ponnaganset's the number 1 seed, and rightfully so. They handled business throughout the year, and they did what they needed to do. They play well. They're coached very well. He's got a good group, group of kids. Got a good linebacker core, good lineman, outstanding running back. So we know what we're going up against, and but he played good enough to be the number 1 seed. So kudos to you, congratulations, coach. You deserve it, and we'll see what happens come Saturday.
No, he killed it all season long. Definitely. Salute to you and your kids. I thought, and I told Coach Cook this earlier that when one of the linemen left his team last season, I thought it was going to hurt him, but he seemed to be able to fill that gap and be able to situate it. Your kids seem to adjust all right, Coach Cook.
What's that? I'm sorry, I can't hear Cliff's.
Oh yeah, Cliff. I think is your battery going low?
No,
I was saying that
I can hear the crackling.
yeah. I was saying that when last season when Coach Cook you lost a lineman, but you seem to fill that spot with another one without a problem.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. His name is Jack Spitch. He also starting on the D line for us too. He's hell of a player. He's going to be great in the future, and we'll see what happens on Saturday.
Say lineman read the way, Walter Stanton. No, that's a fact. Lineman, another one that don't get enough credit. 1 second, I gotta plug my headphone back in. Linemen definitely don't get enough credit.
No,
Guys,
not at all.
No, yeah, definitely not. You want to shout out anybody on your team, Coach Cook? Before we go, anybody that really don't get mentioned or any behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, and we have this kid called D Money. He's the man. Jaden Sayre, my guy's the best cover guy around. And believe me, if our kids are watching, they're cracking up laughing right now at that comment. But he's unbelievable. We absolutely love him. And really, our entire team, we have a great great group of young men, and we're just blessed to be here again for our second year in a row. Obviously, we want to take care of business this year, and congrats to Coach Fortin, all the EWG, and all the EWG players, coaching staff, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday. And my godson, I see, just called me a sandbagger, but he's the official sandbagger. And EWG Cliff, Cliff and I have spoke a lot over the past 2 years, and he's done a great job with EWG, and well deserved. His staff, his kids, they're all playing their butts off and coaching their butts off. So congratulations to you guys.
That's right. Look, EWG has a lot of heart and determination with taking that trophy home.
We'll see.
You read that, Coach Fortin.
I'm sick of her yelling at me.
It's my wife.
She's always yelling at me.
She'll yell at you later on.
I told Coach Fortin he needs to get her a headset.
Yep, she'll straighten everything out.
She's not getting the headset. I hear from her enough. I don't need to hear from her on the sideline.
So, Coach Fortin, man, nice words from Coach Cook, but, once it comes game time, that's it, we're not friends until this game's over. Any words for him going into the game?
Who me?
Yeah, you.
Yo, Coach Fortin.
Something? I don't. I've been friends with Mike Martell for a long time. I have coached youth football with them. Like Coach Cook said, we've been friends for a few years now. Coach Cook is gonna be my friend before the game, during the game, and after my game. His team's gonna come out and they're there to do a job. We have a job to do. Our job is to win. Their job is to win, and the best team is going to win that day. And I know some of my players are friends with his players. At the end of the day, it's a football game. We're not going to lose a friend over a football game. If he wins, I'll be the first one to congratulate him, and I'm sure it'll be vice versa. But Ponnaganset's there. Let's make no mistake about it. Ponnaganset's there to win a football game, and EWG is there to win a football game. We just want to put on the best show that we can and make this very competitive and have a great time doing it, have a great experience doing it, and leaving with both teams heads held high.
I also heard that the ticket sales for this game, like for that particular, I don't know, for the game or for the day, it's actually a lot higher than I think they even thought it was going to be. So
the D4 is the best. The D4 is the best. The best division.
You said that's it, hands down, man. You hear that, D1? You hear that, Mike Washington, man?
Yeah,
ain't about that Central NK game.
Yeah, I'm biased. That's all right.
They coming to see Ponnaganset EWG, right? Like, they're gonna stick around for the NK game. All right. Nah, shout out Coach Washington, man. That's my guy, Coach Kaleo. What do you guys think about them matchups, man? Coach Washington got a tough group of kids. Very, very resilient, good coaching staff. Eddie Bueller, arguably the second best quarterback in the league. I got to give it to my guy Dean over at LaSalle. But what do you think about that matchup, Coach Cook?
I've never seen Central play or NK this year, but absolutely, he's doing an unbelievable job over there. I coached with Peter Rios, who was the head coach at Central. I'm not going to tell you how many years
Peter
ago.
Rios, yeah.
Yep. So I coached there with Peter years and years ago. So I know Peter's a great guy, and I know Peter left Coach Washington in a great spot, and he's taking it and run with it. Congrats to him.
Peter is an OG.
Yes, sir.
He definitely is. Shout out to Peter Rio. Shout out Coach Washington. Coach Fortin, what do you think about that game? NK, NK, they get beat tough by St. Ray's to begin, the injury fun game. And then they kind of roll through Division One. But let's face it, Division One really, it was kind of, this season, respectfully. And then they go against LaSalle. LaSalle beats them big, and then they make their way through the playoffs, and now them and Central.
It's all about how you finish.
That's right,
Uh,
Coach Fortin.
wish both teams the best of luck. I don't know them that well. I haven't watched them this year. I've been really concentrating on just my opponents in D4 in my program. Like I said, we lost a lot of players, due to because they graduated. So I had a lot of work ahead of me. So, I do apologize that I didn't get to see all the other divisions, but good luck to North Kingston and good luck to Central.
There you go, man. Oh, this has been awesome, man. I'm glad you guys had the chance to come in and do this, and let's go. It's all about Saturday, man. So get over there to Cranston Stadium, man. We're gonna have all kind of buses. How many buses you got pulling in, Coach Cook? Because people say you got buses like all over the joint up there.
We don't even know what time the game is.
He said we don't even know when the
I'm
game.
gonna
You
call
better
Cliff
get,
at the end of this and ask him what time we're playing.
better get there early. He said 3 o'clock. You better not be late. But good luck, both you guys. Good luck to all the kids, man. I think it's gonna be a very competitive game.
Oh, I just saw my wife post something. She's my heart and soul right there.
Oh yes. Have a great, safe game, coaches. Salute.
When I'm quitting, she makes sure and kick me in the butt, keep me going.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yep, it's my heart. Her and my daughter. It's
at
at 4.
It's at 4. See.
I'll get there at the end of D1.
They are on it, man. There's a little bit of the last one of the matchup you had against Smithfield.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, it was probably one of the most dirtiest games. Not, I'm going to be honest, that I've ever seen.
That was a rough game, man.
Oh,
that was a rough game, man.
Horrible.
And you can actually go on Fans Only Sports, anybody, if they want to see that game.
And see the punches, see the headlocks, and see all the, it was bad.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, but
that's not high school
supposedly
football.
We got a new official coming in, a new president. So the last official just finished his 600 game. Imagine that. Wow. 600.
That's amazing.
Games. He resigned. He did the Thanksgiving Day game up here in Wesley, but I was like, 600 games. Like, dude, you've been coaching football since like before Turkey Day games were even in existence. 600 games.
And that's a lot. Hey, God bless him. We wouldn't be playing.
No, salute to him. Even like Emerson been around 8 years and we still don't have that kind of seniority yet. So some of them guys, salute to them. And hopefully they can get better. But anyway, thank you. And I hope you guys have a safe game. I hope the officiating's good. I hope they let you guys play football. And
yeah, we actually have a good staff.
Let's see where that trophy comes home.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach Fortin, Coach Cook, man, salute to you guys. Oh,
thank you for having us.
We can't forget. One guy had me in a headlock with his thighs. Hey.
Sure did.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy, man.
But again, that's the kid with the mullet talking, so.
That's right, man. Jeffrey Mackey, shout out to you. You need kids like that, you know what I mean? They hold you down, But, Coach Eddie said good luck.
Thanks, Coach.
They got a new gym over there at Situate, so they'll be lifting weights. I heard they kind of opened it up, I think, the other day. I've got the film to prove it. I bet you do. So, I'm sure Situate will come out be more competitive next season. With
they were better. They were better this year. Every year they get better. That's the that's what every coach wants to see from their team.
That's right. Jeffrey Mackey says he got the film to prove it, so maybe that might be a viral moment. That might be as good as backflips being done down the friggin' line of scrimmage. That
was hilarious.
Yeah, that was something. I was like, is that legal? You know,
That's
but
what
I
I
guess
said.
it is. Yeah, yeah. I guess it is because he's going the same direction, and
Yeah, behind the line. Yeah,
you
love it.
know. So now, if he would have caught the ball, that would have been impressive. I asked Coach Blake Simpson. I said, Coach, what'd you think about that? And he said, my guys wasn't like all impressed. They didn't jump up and say, "Ooh," you know. He said the flips were impressive. The touchdown wasn't. So salute to Coach.
I hear him.
Salute to Coach Blake. You know,
I'm
I
gonna call Joey Achado, Coach Achado, the father, and tell him next time they do that. You're right. They have to have the flips and then throw it to him,
yeah. Well,
and
I
then
don't
it
know
will
if
be
they have it.
that'll be crazy.
He graduates, right?
Yeah, he does.
So maybe he could take his the act on to college, you know. But that was pretty impressive. I was like, wow.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, maybe we'll see that in the game during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Coach Cliff's gonna do it.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that'll be. All
That's
right,
the son no
guys.
one wants to see.
You know, we had a great time tonight, man. But definitely, it could happen. Uh, it could happen. Yep, maybe. But Coach Fulton, Coach Cook, man. Good luck Saturday, and be safe out there.
All right, thank you for
Thank you.
having me,
Thanks for having us.
Oh,
I'll
and
talk to you
thanks for
guys
what you
soon.
do.
Good night.
no problem. This was definitely in the memory of Pilgrim High School principal Gene Habershaw. Let's see what else. I thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it.
You nervous with butterflies in your stomach, don't try to intimidate me, you couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work, he ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship.